Hello. Today we are going to study about specification. What are the main purpose of specification? Definition of specification. Then what are the various type of specification? Or what should be a good specification? What are the good specification should be? And what are the points should be remember while drafting a specification? In this video lecture, we are going to study these points. I am Dr. Chittaranjan Nayak, working as an associate professor in Vidya Pratishthan, Kamalnayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology, Baramati. This specification is the specification is used in civil engineering, mainly in civil engineering construction. The specification mainly a very important document, legal document. Our specification also includes provision of overall informations such as description of all workmanship, material and method of working to be complete an engineering project in civil engineering. These specifications are also one of the legal document during tender and contract procedure. During tendering procedure, if specification is not properly if specification is not drafted properly, then it should be going to a legal case or it be carried out on dispute. For that reason, specification is very important, and during specification we just think, during write that specification you just think about that what is the important in that specification. The specification, if you go for engineering definition, it can be defined as furnishing detailed information about quality of material, their property, proportion in which they are to be mixed. This is mainly the definition of specifications. Then this specification it is a describe a particular specific description of a particular subject. An engineering specification contains detailed description of all workmanship and material which are required to complete an engineering project in accordance with its drawing and details. Whatever the plan is given, depending upon that plan we should draw the specification with what are the material available and workmanship available. The technical drawing of a structure will show the proportion and relative positions of various components of the structure. Many a time it is not possible to furnish the information on the drawing regarding the quality of material to be used and the quality of workmen to be achieved during construction because of shortage of space. Because of that shortage of space, we cannot write everything in this detailed drawing, so we need the specification. This data regarding the material and workmanship is conveyed in a separate contract document which is known as the specification of the work, of that work. In that work we just write everything in that, what are the workmanship or what are the material we are going to use, what are the tool and plants we are going to use, what are the which types of grade of material you are used, all are furnished in that document. This is called as specification. Thus, the drawing with the specification will completely define the structure. And the specification is furnished separately along with drawing, and it is essential part of all engineering contracts. Sorry, this is be a contract document, and it is very useful document in contract. Then necessity of specification and purpose of specification. The cost of an unit quantity of work is governed by its specification. The specification help to decide cost of overall quantity of work. Total cost, it is totally depend upon the specification, because suppose we consider cement. If cement having 43 grade cement, and one if you another project is used 53 grade cement, because of that grade of cement, there will be a change in the rate. Then this will be lead to the overall cost. It will be affect the overall cost. It required to describe quality and quantity of different material required for different construction of work. In specification, it is very essential, and for knowing the specification, it also describe that is quality and quantity of different materials and different construction work. This is also very useful because it is also affect the overall cost. Specification is an essential contract document, and it is required for arbitration or court cases. Suppose there is any dispute. Suppose one of the contractor is saying, okay, these types of material we are not going in contract. There is these types of material is not mentioned, and owner says, no, these types of material is during tendering or contract. During tender and contract, we just put this material. There is a dispute. Because of that dispute, if you going to resolve that dispute, the specification is the one of the most important document. The necessity of specification is to variety and check the strength of material for work involved in a project. Then specification is necessary to specify the equipments, tool and plant to be engaged for a work, and thus enabled to procure them in beforehand. For if you need some tool and plants before the construction work, then during the construction work, then it is very useful to find out to know the equipments and tool and plants should have going to be used. It is essential. The cost of work is directly related to the work, then the specification is very important. This is also specify the workmanship and the method of doing work. Thus, specification of a work serve as a guide to the supervising staff of the contractor as well as the owner to execute the work to their satisfaction. It will be serve as a guide. Then, as the rate of work is based on specification of a contractor, can calculate the rate of various item of work in tender with his procurement rate of material and labor. Thus, tender paper without specification of work is baseless, incomplete and invalid. Then this is also, it is very useful to contractor. Okay, then specification of a work are required to describe the quality and quantity of different material is required for construction work, and is one of the essential contract document. Thus, contractor can make a program to procure the materials required for project, and the owner can check the quality of material conforming to the specification, avoiding dispute with the contractor. This is the most important point, which is act as a legal document, or it is minimize the disputes. Then these are the very useful purposes of specifications. Then how to write a specification, we are going to also discuss in brief later on. The quality and size description of material. The quality and size of material required to do an item of work shall be fully described for checking up at site according to the binding provided in the specification. The proportion of mixing or treatment of material if required before use shall be clearly described. So these are the some points which is very useful, how to write the specification. This is first point is description of material, then workmanship, then tool and plans, then protection of new work, then expression, then clause of the specifications. These types of specifications, these are the some specification point for writing a good specification. So these are the points should be remembered in this for drafting a specification. The first one is description of materials. In this description of materials, the quality and size of material required to do an item of work shall be described for checking up at a site according to the binding provided in the specification. The proportion of mixing or treatment of material is required before shall be clearly described. Suppose there is some suppose we are going to write a specification on cement plastering. At that time we should be find out told what are the type of cement, how the mixed proportion will be going to carried out, and what are the suppose there is a brush for rubbing the surface is required, then you should be properly writing in that description of the material. Then workmanship, complete description of workmanship, the method of mixing to the proportion, the method of laying, preparation of base of surface, compaction, finishing and curing etc. specially applicable to the item of work shall be clearly stated in different clauses. That is in workmanship. Workmanship, there will be in skilled labor, unskilled labor, then various types of workmanship also affected. For that reason we clearly put what are the workmanship is required in that work. Tool and plans, the tool and plan to be engaged to carry out a work shall be described. The method of operation and by whom to be supplied shall be stated. The next is protection of new work. The method of protection of new work against damage or method of curing if required. The test of completed work if necessary shall be described in separate clauses. Then expression, while writing a specification, endeavor shall be made to express the requirement of specification clearly and in concise form, avoiding repetition and unusual work. The style of tense shall be remain the same throughout. The sentence shall be short, simple and concise. At the specification are the legal document. Terms such as suitable, proper, used and work having more than one meaning shall be avoided. Then these types of points should be remembered during drafting of a specification, because in during specification double meaning sentence, yeah, one sentence having one word having more than one meaning, it should be avoided because it is a legal document. We should be remember this point during the drafting specification. Then clauses of specification, the clause shall be arranged in order to in which work shall be carried out. So these are the very essential that is for how to write a specification. Also we are just going later on going to see what are the requirements of a good specification later on. Then type of specification, there are basically two types of specifications. First one is brief specification, sometimes it is called a general specification, and another one is detailed specification. In detailed specification there is general specification, technical specification and standard specification. So basically we just find out there are two types of specification in there. First one is general specification and detailed specification. In general specification, Nature and class of work, name of the material and proportion that should be used in various item of work are described. Only a brief description of each and every item is given, or it is useful for estimating the project. Without going through the lengthy detailed specification, general information for the quantity of material, nature and class of work can be known from the general specification, but they do not form part of the contract document, because contract document having a legal document, or it is very useful when there is a legal dispute or when a dispute resolution board or in court cases. In that time, the general specification is not a contract document, it is only to the guide for before, suppose only brief, it is required for general purpose only. Then detailed specification, the detailed specification from a part of the contract document, detailed specification for different item are prepared separately, and they are described what the work should be, and how they shall be executed and constructed physically, chemical and electrical test if are required for the furnished work to ensure the design strength or quality are specified in the detailed specification. There are the day of machinery, equipment and special tool and the plan, their method of operation when involved during executions are described in detailed specifications. In detailed specification, you need to write all detailed procedure, because you need to find out all detailed procedure, how to going to mix that material, how the surface are prepared, how before and after, what are the tests required for that specification. Everything is in details for drafting a detailed specification, or it is very important because we need this document for further if there is any legal dispute. It is very important to, for that case only, court cases and all disputes, it is very important for an carry out the detailed specification. The method and the duration of protection of furnished work as required are specified in the detailed specification. This also specify the involvement and responsibility for auxiliary work, incidental damage, etc. During execution of original work, while writing the detailed specification, the same order of sequence as the work is to be carried out is mentioned. Engineering department mention detailed specification for different item of work, those are followed to carry out work. Okay, these are the total about the detailed specification, or it is very important. Then what are the requirement of a good specification? What are the requirement? We see in previously we see that is various types of specification, type of specification. Then we see how to draft a good specification, and what are the requirement of a good specification. The specification should be clearly understood by contractor, supervising staff, workmen, etc. Because if you not understand, that is no use of that specification. It is very much understand, it should be understood by the contractor, supervisory staff and workmen, etc. Following points should be carefully considered while drafting the specifications. First requirement of a good specification for wording. Wording is the very important. Then language, dual meaning, information, practical consideration, use of abbreviations and fairness. These are the points which are going to affect for a good specification. If these points are clear, then one can say that the specification is very good, and it should be minimize the dispute also. So first one, what is wording? The wording as the specification form important of contract document and very useful during execution of the work. They should be described in simple, concise and correctly worded. The word should be very simple, concise and correct, because word having different meaning, then it is not used, then something double meaning word is very, dual meaning words is very difficult. Then language specification should be follow rule of grammar. The style and tense should be maintained same throughout. Then dual meaning, the wording of sentence should be convey single meaning, and dual meaning sentence are avoided, because suppose one word having more than two meanings, then yeah, more than one meanings, then maybe it will be different. Therefore that reason we need to find out, that is dual meaning word should be avoided. Then information specification of different items should be furnish the exact requirement informations. Then practical consideration, the specification should not be too lengthy and theoretical, but should be written by taking all practical difficulty of contractor. It is not too lengthy, and suppose that it is too lengthy, then it will be create some boring in that specification, and other it is not meaning given by that to very big, yeah, this is very difficult. Then use of abbreviation, to avoid lengthy description, correct abbreviation should be used to describe the specification. Then fairness, the specification should be balanced and free to both owner and contractor. So this is very useful, and these are the points. Fairness, the specification should be balanced and fair for the both owner and contractor, and these are the points should be we need to know, remember during drafting a good specification. Otherwise, suppose there is some double meaning word, yeah, dual meaning word, or this is wording is not proper, language is not proper. If the contractor owner and the site supervisor not understanding what the specification is written, then it is very difficult to understand whatever the specification. It should be in mind during the specifications. Then step by step procedure, principle of drafting a specification, we already see how to draft this specification. Then we just specification define the quality of any construction, therefore specification should be clear. Language of specification should be such that no changes of ambiguity left. Specification are important part of contract and legal value. In case of any dispute, one can consult with court. Most of the dispute occur only because of not properly explained specification. Therefore, following principal specification should be considered while drafting the prevent conflict and ambiguities. We are already see in previous what are the before this this we just see how to write a specification. Then this we are already see, and what are the procedure, right? How to write a specification and procedure, it is nearly equal to same. So these are the point, step by step procedure, what is the writing for a good specification. Then is it description of material, workmanship, tool and plans, then new protection, then expression and clauses of specification. This is already we are studied. Then we just cover all aspects of specification, different points in this video lecture. In second of this video lecture, in next video lecture, we are going to draft one specification for various works, just like plastering in instrument motor, then dam proof course DPC, then pointing in cement. What are the various item work is involved in construction of civil engineering structures. For that, we are going to write a detailed draft specification for different item of work. Thank you. Hope it is very useful to the students which is studying in civil engineering. Thank you.